Assalamualaikum Nazreen, welcome and nice to see you again. Aaj will be all those who have come. We're going to share some breaking news of the print time, मतलब ज़्यादातर मीडिया में नहीं आई, we'll share that. हमारे topics होंगे Afghanistan and the TTP and what Pakistan can do about it. What are the compulsions? दूसरी चीज़ हम डील करेंगे इसमें, so we don't forget, Ukraine is also being tracked, and we'll discuss that too. We will also discuss what's going on with India and Tajikistan. Looks like they were kicked out from an air base in Tajikistan, which is not cute. But anyway, that was the only base outside. We'll be discuss करेंगे हम. और कुछ इंडिया काफी क्लोज हो रहा है इजराइल के साथ, तो वो भी हम बात करेंगे. कुछ एग्रीमेंट साइन किए उन्होंने. बट पहले हम आ जाते हैं अफगानिस्तान की तरफ. अब इसका गिव यू द स्टेटस. अभी इस वक्त ये तीसरा या चौथा है, विच इज दोहा से के बाद इस्तांबुल गए थे, पाकिस्तानी भी गए थे, अफगानी भी गए थे, और वहाँ बेसिकली उनकी मुज़ाकरात हुए थे. वहाँ काफ़ी हद तक तालिबान ने तमाशा किया. उन्होंने माना इनिशियली वर्बली के हाँ टीटीपी बैठी हुई है. जब उन्होंने तहरीरी तौर पे कहा तो ये भाग गए. फिर ये वो दुरंद लाइन से बॉर्डर और ये और वो शुरू हो गया. और इस वक्त पाकिस्तान का जो मौक़िफ़ है वो बड़ा सख्त होता जा रहा है. तो वो बैकग्राउंड है. इस वक्त उस वक्त भी पाकिस्तान छोड़ के आ रहा था कि ये तो संजीदा नहीं है, मगर टर्की और कतर ने आके मिसाइल कराई एंड दे वेंट फॉर द सेकंड वन. द डेट इज टुडे, द मीटिंग इन इस्तांबुल. कुछ आपको मैं और बता दूं चीज़ें जो हुई हैं. इनका टीडीपी का नंबर 2 हेड है कारी अमजद. वो साहब और कुछ 3 और साथी वो इन्फिल्ट्रेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. दे वर शॉट डाउन लाइक डॉग्स. तो वो भी मामला खत्म हो गया. और इस वक्त हमारे डीजीआई आईएसपीआर ने बहुत अच्छा कदम उठाया है, और उन्होंने सीनियर सहाफ़ियों को एक इंडोर क्लोज डोर मीटिंग में उनके साथ बात की है और उनको आगाह किया है. और इसमें जो बहुत चीज़ है जिसमें हामिद मीर ने भी कहा है, we were presented with the same evidence shared with Afghan Taliban in Doha. The soldiers we caught, killed and who ran away had Afghan and Afghan army cards. So it's no longer वो जी हमें पता नहीं है, वो तो टीटीपी, वो जी वो आपके इलाके पे चले जाएं, वो तो वहाँ जाके कुछ कर ले तो हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. ये रंगे हाथ पकड़े गए हैं. और हमें भी पता है, उनको डायरेक्टली बताया गया है कहाँ बैठे हैं, किधर बैठे हैं, ये बैठे हैं. और वो तमाशा कुछ उन्होंने शुरू इस तरह किया, वो जो बड़े बड़े दहशतगर्द कैंप बने हुए थे, ओहो ये स्पिन बोर्ड का ओहो थे, पता नहीं क्या वो खौफनाक हैबताब, ये वो कड़ा जई तिफरा हाई, वो सारे इकट्ठे हुए ऐसे उधर भाग के अब छुपना शुरू कर रहे हैं साइड पॉपुलेशन सेंटर्स. अच्छा, इसमें उन्होंने कुछ अफगानिस्तान ने कहा जी हम तो यूं करेंगे तो यूं करेंगे, और पाकिस्तान ये माने, तो वो बड़ा क्लियरली आर्मी ने कह दिया, और हमारे फील्ड मार्शल और डीजीआईएसपीआर ने अफगानिस्तान की कंडीशंस कोई सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं रखती, जो मर्जी कहते रहे. द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इज कि उनकी जमीन से यहाँ टेररिज्म ना हो. बस चाहे आई करें, चाहे बाई करें या शाई करें, they will not be allowed to get away with it, and they're not looking at any more talk. Oh जी वो फौरन ने फतवा दे दिया, yeah you keep the fatwa in your pocket, we'll get how you do on the ground. और ग्राउंड में उन्होंने बड़ा सिंपल कहा है. और हाँ एक और बड़ी अच्छी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ कही है डीजीएसपीआर ने, कि इस वक्त ओपीएम कल्टिवेशन इन फुल स्विंग है. per acre a person can earn between 18 से 25 लाख रुपया कमा सकता है. और ये नेक्सस क्रिमिनल्स का और वॉरलॉर्ड्स का और तालिबान का और टीटीपी का और अफगान ड्रग स्मगलर्स वो भी अब पॉलिटिक्स में आ गए हैं अफगानी साइड पे। तो पाकिस्तान ने बेसिकली लीनियंस इस चीज पे नहीं दिखा रही। पाकिस्तान का ये मौकिफ है, अफगानिस्तान अगर करता है तो ठीक है, अगर नहीं करता तो वी हैव द कैपेबिलिटी ऑफ डूइंग इट। We have two codes facing them, plus a whole host of frontier constabulary. Plus, we only use a portion of our ones. These guys are history. And yaad rakhein, these Taliban don't have the support of the whole Afghan nation. Afghan nation mein se only 42 million hai. Out of that, only 16 million are Pashtuns. Unme se not all support the Taliban. और उनमें से आधी औरतें हैं, तो इनकी जो सपोर्ट बेस है वो बहुत कम है। और अगर इनके खिलाफ पाकिस्तान ने टिका के एक्शन लिया तो आपको मैं एक चीज दिखा दूं यहाँ, और वो चीज आपको अंडरस्टैंड करनी पड़ेगी। वो ये है कि इनके जो एथनिक ग्रुप्स हैं ना, वो ये इनके जो एथनिक ग्रुप्स हैं मैं लाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ वो आपके लिए। हाँ, ये देखें, इसमें से जो आप देख रहे हैं पश्तून्स का, वो अलोंग पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर एंड टुवर्ड्स द साउथ जाता है। दरमियान में ज्यादातर हजारा हैं और डाउन करके बलोची हैं और ऊपर काफी ताजिक हैं और किर्क हैं, नूरस्तानी हैं, पमीरी हैं, तुर्कमान हैं। सो ओवरवेलमिंग मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल आर नॉन अफगान्स, नॉन पश्तून्स। तो इनको मार पड़नी शुरू हुई तो इनके पास जाने की जगह नहीं पड़ेगी। और कुछ मुझे लगता है इन दिन कुछ पाकिस्तान ने दी हैं वो these people are क्या कहते हैं, these people are not responsive to the terrorism issue because they are not a representative government. So they are looking at a representative government which is normally established through elections. और अगर वो इलेक्शंस हुए, जो नॉन तालिबान ग्रुप है वो काफी ज्यादा हैं लोग, वो इनको सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे, and that would cause basically a cut off on their part of anything they can do. अब ये delegation आर या पार है. So my own assessment and analysis is for you. Even if the Afghan agree on something verifiable और उसके वो पेनल्टीज होंगी अगर वायलेट करते हैं, ये अगर मान भी जाते हैं तो ज्यादा देर नहीं चलेगा, because they do not have either the ability or the willingness to take action, military action against Tehrik-i-Taliban, क्योंकि उनके अपने लोग इसमें डिवाइडेड हैं. दूसरा ये है कि अगर ये नहीं करते तो पाकिस्तान will take action. So in one way or the other, the action will have to be taken against these guys. Now there's one thing I'll tell you, we don't have time, a whole lot of time. Pakistan does not have time on its side right now. India will be ready. Abhi India बैठ के, bring like jackals in the Indian Ocean, and they're also trying to do all kind of ops around northern side. But that is just bullshit, and you can't take them seriously. But however, by about March or April, they will be sitting on top of about $20 to $30 billion of fresh weaponry, technology from Israel, warfare के. And I'm going to get into it a little bit. आपको बताता हूँ क्या इजरायलियों से क्या ले रहे हैं. मगर इसमें एक अच्छी खुशखबरी है, उनका जो ताजिकिस्तान में एक एयर बेस है, उन्होंने वो उठा के बाहर फेंक दिया ताजिकों ने. Obviously, because they've seen their double game they play with everybody. Now, one of the things which I like to get into over here is ये जो हमारी delegation है Pakistan ki in Istanbul is led by Khwaja Asif. And you know, he's a very direct speaking person and basically doesn't stand any nonsense. Then also from the army are DGISI, who's also National Security Advisor. He is there, and very senior officials from both military, intelligence and foreign office. और जो तालिबान साइड से आ रहे हैं वो डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस का हेड है चीफ अब्दुल हक वासिक और इंटर मिनिस्टर है इंटीरियर मिनिस्टर रहमतुल्लाह नजीब और सुहेल शाहीन तो आप जानते हैं अनास हक्कानी यू नो द हक्कानी ग्रुप और बाकी जो उनसे हैं वो भी आ रहे हैं और जो चार्ज अफेयर्स है एंकरा में वो भी अटेंड कर रहा है और इसमें पाकिस्तान नॉट ओनली वांट्स एग्रीमेंट बट कॉन्क्रीट वेरीफाइबल गारंटीज मतलब नो मोर वो फतवा दिया हमने ये कर दिया वो कर दिया नन ऑफ दैट बुलशिट और उन्होंने कहा if Afghan soil is used for terrorism in Pakistan the truce will be null and void and Pakistan will not exercise restraint और वो basically कह रहे हैं this meeting in Istanbul is a make or break moment तो यहाँ अगर होगा या आर या पार होगा failure to reach further border militarization closure of crossing disruption of trade अगर ये इसी तरह चलता है इस साइड पे तो अफगानिस्तान आके हमारा डॉलर नहीं खरीद सकेंगे सो हमारा डॉलर बेसिकली स्टेबल रहेगा या नीचे जाएगा ओके गोल्ड का कोई असर नहीं है इसमें सो आप लोग डोंट गो टुवर्ड्स देयर अगर आपने कुछ लेना ही है तो सस्ता डॉलर ले लीजिएगा दूसरा मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ ऑन इंडिया एंड इजराइल वो तो आपको बता दिया ना कि इंडियंस को उन्होंने निकाल दिया फ्रॉम ताजिकिस्तान का एयर बेस है 2 डेकेड से वो कर रहे थे एंड दे स्पेंट few $100 million ऑन इट ये इसको कहते हैं आईनी एयर बेस और इसमें जो रिप्यूटेड है कि ये चाइनीज और रशियन प्रेशर आया कि इंडियंस को यहाँ से निकालो एंड बिकॉज दे आर नॉट ऑन एनीबॉडीज एजेंडा दे आर ऑन देयर ओन एजेंडा खुदा बेहतर जानता क्या कर रहे हैं अच्छा however this one more source of funding coming into Afghanistan will come to an end which is good this basically means Central Asia is now reverting to its traditional allies and that includes Pakistan Acha, there was a Indian Defense Secretary was in Israel and they signed some agreements. और उसमें sharing of advanced technology, promote development and co-production. तो वो basically I think हमारा जो counter कर रहे हैं हमारी electronic warfare को. So we'll be next time we'll be going with the latest greatest what the Israel can offer and all of the West can offer. Versus what Chinese equip us with. So it's going to be pretty much a show of arms of the most advanced tech of China versus the West and Israel. So it should be very interesting. So all those things people saying कि China ने ये कर दिया हुआ मोर नहीं है, we have no choice. Chinese have no choice. CPEC has to go on. China has to develop. China has to go forward. No reverse gear here. Anyway, so just remember the intelligence war is on. And for that, please turn on and off your cell phones once a day. And also your computer, shut it down for 30 seconds and then restart it. Taki you take care of all the lame duck type of malware. Okay. Iran is still out there under the American-Israeli eye, but they're not ready yet. So it's going to be a little while before the Americans can replenish their armament and the rest. Achha, one other thing I'd like to mention to you, Israel they had an agreement to convert 6 Indian commercial planes into aerial refueling at a cost of $900 million. Interesting what Indian Air Force wants to do. So that's what's going on over there. And on Ukraine side, uh, Russian Defense Ministry has announced that one of the towns, their forces have surrendered. So if this goes on, I think जो डोनट्स मांग रहा था डनबार वो रशियन प्यूटिन वो ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाएगा मन मुझे लगता है कि ये तो बेसिकली by the end of the year the Ukrainian army may just collapse. I mean एक दिन वो होंगे दूसरे दिन they'll be gone. And at this stage what I like to do is bring Cher Bano also to the stage. So we enter the next phase of our group of what is called questions and answers.
All right, Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, she's got some tough ones and I'm sweating it.
All right, let's move toward the questions now. So that was really interesting talk, by the way. Starting with the Istanbul talks that you talked earlier. Are those talks with the Afghan Taliban a real reset or just damage control?
No, neither. There's no reset here. There's no damage control here. We don't want our forces to be killed. We don't want Taliban, TTP to come in and do explosives. By the way, what the latest threat they are giving is they're telling in the Bajaur and other sectors, please don't go out at night because we have planted bombs. So they're beginning to do also the bullshit with it. So, and the second thing, what they are also saying is we are not going to hit all towns across Punjab and Sindh also. So it looks like we are going to, they know they're fighting for survival now. So they're going to do whatever it takes. And I think they may hit Islamabad too. They may hit all over the place. And their main support is from the Afghan Taliban's here. And of course, some misguided individuals in Pakistan. And of course, there are also a lot of apologists for Afghan. Oh, poor guys, they can't really do this. TTP, oh, they can't act against them. Well, you don't, either you do or we do. And there's another bullshit I'd like to talk about, the Durand line. Okay, Afghanistan don't accept it. If we don't accept the Durand line, so what is Afghanistan? Is it a district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa? What are they? I mean, ऊपर ताजिक बैठे हैं बाकी बैठे हैं इसको फ्रैक्चर करके आप 4-5 प्रोविंसेस बना दें दैट्स बी एंड ऑफ इट व्हाट ड्यूरंड लाइन ओके हम भी कहते हम नहीं मानते तो इनकी क्या हैसियत होगी आई एम जस्ट पुटिंग अ क्वेश्चन अगर हम ड्यूरंड लाइन नहीं मानते तो इनकी क्या हैसियत होगी अफगानिस्तान की the tail can't wag the dog anymore. I'm sorry. It's all yours.
All right. You also talked about Turkey and Qatar. That are they realistically enforcing Pakistan and Afghanistan? Are they guaranteeing the security?
They are mediators. What they do is they make sure that both sides talk in a civilized manner to each other. And sometimes when it gets too hot, they separate them out, put them in a separate room, then they go back and forth till they're willing to do this. So final agreement they'll do face to face. But the reason why we are having this dialogue is because after getting their ass really kicked bad, the Afghan Taliban went running to Qatar and Turkey. See what Muslim brothers are doing to us. We are a part of this ummah. And they're killing us. Pakistan said, what hogwash? They come over here and they kill people. Oh, we have got nothing to do with killing in there. But now Pakistan is saying, ये आपके आर्मी वाले कोई कार्ड हैं, ये अफगान नेशनल्स हैं, ये क्या बकवास है? ये यहाँ से आए, यहाँ से ट्रेन हुए, इतने हथियार लिए, यहाँ से लिए, आपसे लिए, ट्रेनिंग आपसे लिए, बाकी वहाँ से इस दिन वो इन्फिल्ट्रेट किया, इस दिन वो यहाँ आए. So the tamasha, and I think with this, both Turkey and Qatar are getting a feel for what a lying, how much lies these guys are giving. And also they're getting exposed at being at the beck and call of Hindu India. So when you ally with a non-Muslim state which is deadly enemy of Pakistan, it's not well received by Turkey. Turkey is sanctioned by India. They're not doing a lot of things with them because they support Pakistan. So Turkey understands being betrayed by fellow Muslims also. They understand that very
All
well.
right.
So I think they've got Afghanistan's number.
Mm.
And I think we
All
even
right.
may move. I think I would say it will not be unlikely that we move to a regime change completely, or even let them
All
have
right.
individual districts in Afghanistan, and eventually have an election under the United Nations.
You.
So this crap goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think the day of the
All right.
running around with fatwas and dictating to Pakistan are over. The last guys who tried it kind of met their Waterloo in Muridke. And I think we all know that. And the
Mm-hmm.
other one wanted to come here. I think he didn't decide to come because he knew what's going to happen to him. So those days are gone now. And all their hogwash
All
we
right.
have done past. And Khwaja Asif said the only one thing, we are not an empire, so don't have any misconceptions. And neither there's only one graveyard, and that is in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I really like
You
this.
also talked about India and Israel mega defense deals. So, are they further squeezing the Pakistan strategic space?
I think they're giving us a challenge on electronic warfare. Strategic space, though, I don't think they can have Saudi Arabia move back. It doesn't make a difference to us. India is squeezed out of the Tajikistan airbase, so they are getting the squeeze. And India's profile has dropped geopolitically quite a bit. And nobody takes them seriously. I mean, come on. Pakistan 1/6 its size, everybody knows they gave a whooping India. I mean, really kicked their ass. Everybody knows it. उनकी कोई इज्जत नहीं रह गई geopolitically, Indians की. Their last step is to get Israeli help, and Israelis will like them to fight with Pakistan. So Pakistan is busy with India, and we can't help either Turkey or Saudi Arabia. And they don't care if India gets clobbered completely, because the Israelis would like us to be busy with India. So they're allying with India. They're really not true friends with India. And I don't think
All
Israeli
right.
technology is a match for Chinese technology. It's not. Even their long-range missile
Okay.
on 150 kilometers, Chinese already gave us 300, and now they're giving, I think they've given us the 400. And there's also talk of PLXX at 800 kilometers. I mean, with that, you can put a no-fly zone all over Israel, Saudi Arabia, and India.
Mhm.
Or
All
you
right.
know,
You were talking about the Tajikistan that they are pushing India out of Aini Air Base. So, does losing this Aini Air Base means India's reach into Central Asia and Afghanistan? What do you comment about that? Are they
yeah,
losing any
cut off.
connection?
Yeah, it's cut off. And I think one of the problems they were running into is how do they get there? Because Pakistan has
Mm-hmm.
closed down space. Iranians don't want to give them airspace either. So they're sitting there and basically with an intelligence center, electronic warfare aircraft. But things have progressed to that degree that, and geopolitically things have happened so fast that the Iranians basically, if you take a look at this map, uh, you see Tajikistan is just to the north of Afghanistan. And the Aini Air Base is somewhere around here. It was just used to basically create trouble for these people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and secondly, if you go to the other one, I'm going to put the other map up here, where you can see what you can see Afghanistan, and to the north of it, you can see Tajikistan, and then Uzbekistan. Then you can see Turkmenistan. So these are the countries whose races come into Afghanistan quite a bit. The Pashtuns are basically who they are in Afghanistan is an offshoot of the Pashtuns in Pakistan. And Afghans, most Pashtuns don't look on them as very favorably also. And remember when we had this map first time, it's because CENTCOM from Qatar came over to Islamabad to get our help to basically stabilize this whole region and act against terrorism. And that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Trump also said, if you don't give me a Bagram air base, bad things will happen to you. Well, bad things are going to happen to them because of through Pakistan. Some people may say we should not act for America. I said we act in our interest. If America is with us, that's great. Let's go forward.
All right. So thanks for elaborating the concepts. Are all yours. Thank you so much.
Pleasure talking to you, and thank you, Sherbano. As always,
Same
you're
here.
awesome. And thank you, Nazreen.
Thank you so much.
And look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
Inshallah. Allah Hafiz.